You know, it's just like everybody in the city is so oversexed. We're just all losing our marbles all day. I mean, it's not even Arizona. Like there, it's like fucking ridiculously hot. And like, the only thing you can do to forget about how hot it is,
Marvin the Robot,
I don't know, is to kill yourself or to like fuck somebody. But like, here we don't even have that excuse. I don't know. Like, we're just a bunch of pricks.
I want to go ahead and get started with your humble beginnings and origins.
Yeah, we're totally gonna have babies.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Just explore how you got started and like.
So
I
was like a nerdy kid in high school, and like I think I heard somewhere that Juliana Hatfield put out her first record when she was 15 or 16. So like I had to like I was like 14 and a half maybe at the time. So like I knew like I had to have my first record out like soon. And I didn't know how to play guitar yet. I'd taken piano lessons against my will for a while, so I had that going.
And when was this going on?
Oh, this is like the mid 90s, like 93, 94. Like
okay.
I was in college 97. 97 was kind of like going up to Michigan for a while and like sitting in trees and like being lost in ravines and stuff. Like helped a lot.
So you went to school in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Well, Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is right here.
You did the hand.
Ann Arbor is somewhere like around in here, maybe. I don't even. I think that's the school we're rivals with down here. Like, so I really don't know that part of the. It's been like deleted because of my Ohio like heritage. Yeah, but I was up here for like 5 years, and it was pretty nice. I ran a radio station.
Right.
That was like another thing, like really kind of like by the time I started Marvin the Robot, like I'd been in all these bands and like I'd like had all this drama, and I just like wanted to kind of like do my shit, and like I just wanted to work at my own pace and like lock myself inside a room for like a weekend and record. That's how like. I think Dog Whistle Symphonies was totally that. Like, it was made within like 72 hours. Like, it was just really quick. And like, there's like lots of overdubs and like whatever. But it's because I just sat there and I just recorded everything. I didn't even bother to learn how to play any of the songs. Yeah.
The guitar needs to be louder.
The guitar needs to be louder?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I made a mixtape for my girlfriend Lisa at the time. Then I went out to New York to give it to her, and I gave it to her. And I had another buddy in New York who liked my music, so I made him a copy and I gave it to him. And he's like, "You should put this out." And I'm like, I didn't even name it. So I went back home and I was like, yeah, I just need to start another band because like I just want to have a band. I want to do something. And I picked Marvin the Robot, like after the guy from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the depressed robot with the planet the size of the brain. I don't want to ruin the book if you haven't seen it, but yeah. But I just thought he was the most indie rock guy ever. He just complains all day about how like he's totally unappreciated for like all this greatness that he's doing. He's like the center of the plot, and like no one even notices it. Like they never actually.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah. Well, I just think that's so like the icon of like the indie rock kind of guy, especially in like the late '90s. Like the whole like Steve Malkmus, like Rob Pollard, like like really intellectual, and like we could totally contribute to like society, except we don't want to be part of your oil war, man.
What's your process? Like, how do you just like, I just
think of sentences that I really like saying over and over again, or I think of a funny joke, or there's like a picture, or there's like a weird scenario. I think Nicole is going to a sausage party is like the best like songwriting story ever, because I was starting Hands to Ourselves, which is the most current thing I just finished. I'm not gonna put it out until I finally have Midwesterns put out because it's taken me like a year. Well, it's taken me a year just to get it's taken 3, we started making it in 2004, it's 2007, so it's been a while. I just want to get that one out, and then Hands to Ourselves is going to come out after that. Anyway, the story behind writing Nicole was really, I was trying to get over my ex-girlfriend, and I was playing drums with this kid who was also trying to get over his ex-girlfriend, who was Nicole, who was coming down the stairs, and she's like, "Hey, you want to go to this party?" And we're like, maybe, like, we're kind of rocking out right now. Who's gonna be there? And then like she just like names like 8 dudes, and we're just like, no.
Nicole is going to a sausage party. He's got a 6-pack, so she's buying Bacardi.
This is beautiful like Big Bang moments where like something does not exist at all, and then here you are just like bleh, like out it comes like almost intact sometimes. Other times not so intact. Sometimes you barf out like a big boulder, and then you gotta hack it, with a knife for a couple of weeks, and just this horrible secret thing you do, and everyone's like wondering, do you have like a coke problem or something? You're like, no, I have to finish this paragraph that is like not put together yet ever, and you just do that over and over again. A lot of times I I just like make stuff up on stage too, because like it's really like, I mean, that's when it's just like, well, I mean, the next thing has to be good. I can't say anything stupid right now.
Only two kinds of music, heavy and metal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So living in Columbus here, what's the worst thing about it, and what's the best thing about living here in the bosom of the Midwest, Buckeye Country?
Well, you know, like this is probably the most over self-evaluating city in the nation. And it is toxic to a lot of people, and that's actually one thing I like about it, is like, if you cannot be like under like 24-hour like existential crisis, like oh my god, like just like go to Chicago and get a good job, like please, so I can crash at your place when I go to Chicago.
And what's the most positive aspect of it? You didn't mention it already.
I just love like I feel really like I've been passed down like on this great legacy, like as a Columbus, Ohio musician, like from the True Believers, like from fucking, I can't think of his name right now, the guy that played with Miles Davis,
Goldie.
yeah, that motherfucker, like you know, half the time it's just the guy at the bar, like was like what, like you know,
That
and like yeah, Ron House, like I've kind of have been like mentored like very well by like this brilliant dude that just, you know, I don't know, he's just a record store clerk anywhere else on the planet, but like,
right.
you know, like whoa, like you know, I got that, and you know, it's just my birth privilege of like having been here.
Is your music political at all?
You know, for like a couple years, I was really into like writing love songs that sounded like they were about the government, and like songs about the government that sounded like they were about a girl, and I got really good at that, and then like I loved it, and I don't know, like it's maybe like in my own like personal like romantic life, like I can't stomach the irony anymore. Well, that's another reason why I play music, is like there's a lot of things I can't describe verbally. I don't know, like that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. And
That's awesome.
so, yeah. So like and like all that shit, like it just really needs to be minimized in the world today, and there's so much of it, and like the only way I can find to effectively deal with it is to stare it in the face and go or you know, like
How does Miles like his women?
Wow. Shoot. Female, great record collection, is a must, although, I don't know, if you're amazingly brilliant, I can forgive you for having no record collection, but that's, I mean, if you're not in Mensa and you have a bad record collection, you can kind of forget about it. Play an instrument or can like do something like physicists are really sexy, sort of librarians.
Everybody out there in your own lands, right, we brought it here for you, hardcore and heavy, like, this is 100% from all us Raz Cats and Rude Boys to you.
think I kicked my pedal out at one point. Awesome. Are there any beers upstairs?
Well, sometimes in the music scene, like, you're sucking it, you know? Like, and sometimes it's fun. Sometimes you really love it, and other times it's like someone else's cock is in your mouth, and you know. But you know, I mean, I don't know what else are you gonna do with your time.
I don't know. I think the sweat's probably good for the cinema.